All right, what's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. Amazon Kindle Create Space. From Hating Dad to Hated Dad. Now, we don't realize as kids what we wind up becoming until we become adults, you know. So, this is the point of this video. You can grow up disliking your father or mother. It depends on the situation. More predominantly, it's the father, though. Um, and my grandparents used to say, don't interfere with that type of relationship. Don't throw salt on the other parent's relationship, because if they're a good or bad person, the kid's gonna find out on their own. And the consequences of pouring salt in the game is gonna backfire every time. It's just, well, when is gonna backfire? That's the question. So some people were taught to dislike their dad, and you came up hating your father on the behalf of your mother. She said you ain't shit, so I don't like you, and your first, it doesn't click to you until you wind up being in school and you have a friend and your friend says, I don't like that person. You know what? Because I don't like them, you shouldn't like them either. And if you follow suit with that and you start disliking a person that you didn't didn't get to know properly because you hated them on GP, you forget the wedge that you've driven between that person because you started acting differently towards them. And then when you started acting differently towards them, they didn't like you. And then it was like, I see why you don't like that person. I just stepped on their toe and pushed them and, slapped their backpack on the ground and kicked them in the knee. But how dare they respond and punch me in my face for that? And then as you get older, you're like, wait a minute. Why did I not like you again? Why did I do that? Oh, because somebody told me that they don't like you, so I was a jerk to you. So everything I did to you was unjustified, and I can see why you don't like me right now. And you wind up growing up being that kid to your father, and then turning right around and becoming a father, and you're like, whoa, wait, kid, what are you doing? Oh, and then it dawns on you, I was doing the same thing to my dad. This is how it looks on the other side. Like, yeah, because life has a funny way of bringing things full circle so you can see both perspectives. And you wind up looking at it like, now I see why our conversations were so tense. Because his hello was met with my contempt. And now my hello is met with my child's contempt, right? But the problem with that is this. Once you become the adult and you become that hated parent under those circumstances, you begin to look at your mother differently, because whatever your child's mother is doing to you, it starts to balance it out to this. Okay, it's the same thing that was going on with my mama that she's doing. Oh my goodness! Now there's a resentment because a relationship was potentially destroyed on GP. And at that point, there's really nothing you can't get that back, because some people's childhood is void of, they only have regrets because they got sent off. And then when you become that parent and fighting through that, it becomes difficult. Sometimes It's a daily grind. Sometimes you got to take a break. Like I can't take all this disrespect. Somebody's gonna get hurt. And then sometimes, you know, people just say I'm gonna be the bad guy regardless. So they may stay or go. You never know. But the context of it changes because when you're on the other side of that coin, your kid's gonna eventually grow up and be on the other side of that coin. And then what? You know, and that's part of the reason for all these other relationship or gender war problems is the mistrust between the propaganda placed on one parent to another sometimes, either way. But you don't take it out on your parents, you take it out on the opposite sex. And once you are once you were the hated child, and you look at yourself as your childhood as tainted because it's not the memories are tainted or complicatedly tainted, and it didn't have to be that way, and you can't get it back. And then you're working at trying not to give your child those same complicatedly tainted memories, and you're hitting a brick wall with all of the drama. So unfortunately, it's just karma. What happens to you happens to your child with you, but at the same time, other people are affected. You know, it affects other family members, other friends, um, and it's the collateral damage that creates a rift between everybody. So that's just my thoughts on that. I might touch on some other parts of it later. Peace.